Hi my friends, I hope you are well. Look at here. This lesson we will learn superlative. And superlative we use comparative and superlative. Superlative en üstünlük derecesini belirtirken kullanılıyor arkadaşlar. En üstünlük. The longest, the most enjoyable. Study these examples. What is the longest river in the world? What was the most enjoyable holiday you have ever had? Longest and the most enjoyable are superlative forms. Yes, as you know, we use as and the most with superlative. The superlative form is ist or most. In general, we use as for short words and most for longer words. The rules are the same as those for the comparative. For example, long, the longest. Famous, the most famous. Hot, the hottest. Boring, most boring. Easy, the easiest. Most difficult, the most difficult. Hard, hardest, most, the most expensive. These adjectives are irregular. Bunlar düzensiz sıfatlar arkadaşlar. Good, the best. Bad, the worst. Far, the farthest. We normally use the before a superlative, the longest, the most famous. Yesterday was the hottest day of the year. The film was really boring. It was the most boring film I have ever seen. Şu ana kadar izlediğim en sıkıcı film. She's a really nice person, one of the nicest people I know. Gerçekten hoş bir insan. Tanıdığım hoş insanlardan bir tanesi. One of the nicest people I know. One, bir tanesi. Why does he always come to see me at the worst possible moment? The hotel is the cheapest in town. The hotel is cheaper than all the others in town. This hotel is the cheapest town. Kasabanın en ucuzu. Bu otel kasabadakilerden en ucuzu. Bunların ikisi de karşılaştırma arkadaşlar. Fakat süperlatif en üstünlük, komparatif iki nesneyi, iki olayı karşılaştırırken kullanıyoruz. Oldest and eldest. The superlative of old is oldest. The church is the oldest building in the town, not the eldest. We use eldest or oldest when we are talking about people in a family. For example, my eldest son is 13 years old. Are you the eldest in your family? Or the oldest, we can say. Our superlative we use in with place, town, buildings. What is the longest river in the world? We had a lovely room. It was one of the nicest in the hotel. We also use in for organization and group of people, a class, team, company. Who is the best student in the class? We normally use O for a period of time. What was the happiest day of your life? Yesterday was the hottest day of the year. We often use the present perfect after a superlative. Bunu çok görürsünüz arkadaşlar. Present perfect ile birlikte superlative kullanımı. What is the best film you have ever seen? Şu ana kadar izlediğin en iyi film nedir? That was the most delicious meal I have had for a long time. Uzun zamandır yediğim en lezzetli yiyecek. Sometimes we use most adjective to mean very. For example, the book you lent me was most interesting. We can say very interesting instead of most. Thank you for the money. It was most generous of you. We can say very generous of you. We can use both of them. Her ikisini de kullanabiliriz arkadaşlar. Şimdi bunlarla ilgili etkinlikleri bir bakalım. Complete the sentences, use superlative. It's a very nice room. It is the nicest room in the hotel. It's very cheap restaurant. We can say it is the cheapest restaurant in the town. You can say, you can write on your book, on your notebook. It is the cheapest restaurant in the town. 3. It was a very happy day. It was the happiest day of my life. 4. She is a very intelligent student. She is the most intelligent student in the class. 5. It is the most valuable painting. It is the most valuable painting in the gallery. 6. Spring is a very busy time for me. It is the busiest time of year, we can say. 7. It's a very nice room. It is one of the nicest rooms in the hotel. 8. He's a very rich man. He is one of the richest men in the world. One of the richest men in the world, or in the country, we can say. It's a very old castle. It is one of the oldest castle in Britain. She's a very good player. She is one of the best players in the team. 11. Yes, it was a very bad experience. It was one of the worst experiences of my life. 12. He is a very dangerous criminal. It is one of the most famous universities in the world. Or we can say that it is one of the most dangerous criminal in the country, we can say. Yes. The other one, complete the sentences using superlative or comparative. We will use both of them. For example, we stayed at the cheapest hotel in the town. Our hotel was cheaper than all the others in the town. For example, for comparative, we use than. Than. Don't forget. The United States is a very large country, but Canada is larger. It's a comparative. 4. What is the longest river in the world? 5. It was a bit depressed yesterday, but he looks happier today. Yes. 6. It was an awful day. It was the worst day of my life. 7. What is the most popular sport in your country, we can say. And please, the other one you can do, and you can send me with K12, okay? Arkadaşlar, diğer kısımları siz yapıp K12'den bana gönderir misiniz? Biliyorsunuz bunlara ödev olarak veriyorum. The last one. What do you say in these situations? Use a superlative and ever. Use the words given in brackets in the correct form. Hayatımda hiç yapmadım, hayatımda ilk kez yedim gibi cümleleri şimdi bununla birlikte kullanacağız arkadaşlar. Mesela, you have just been to the cinema. The film was extremely boring. You tell your friends. That is the most boring film I have ever seen. Şu ana kadar izlediğim en sıkıcı film diyor. Diğerine bakalım. Your friend has just told you a joke which you think is a very funny. You say, what can you say? That's the funniest joke I have ever heard. That's the funniest joke I have ever heard. Yes. 3. You are drinking coffee with a friend. It's really good coffee. You say, this is the best coffee I have ever tasted, we can say. This is the best coffee I have ever tasted. 4. You are talking to a friend about Mary. Mary is very patient. You tell your friend about her. She is the most generous person I have ever met, or we can say that she is the most patient person I have ever met. And arkadaşlar şu üçünü de sizlerden bekliyorum. Bugünlük dersimiz bu kadar. See you the next lesson. Bye bye.